was 4 a.m. when this information dropped, at least, and I just gave up. I tweeted about it and then I went back to bed. There's no way in hell I was going to film at 4 a.m. and I'm sick and tired of this damn movie dropping news at the worst time. So yes, we had some information drop about the Sonic Movie 2 production schedule, and I will warn you guys right now, it isn't a whole lot, but you know, it's news regardless, so I decided I want to talk about it because I did talk about this kind of stuff for the first movie with the code name and everything. So I just want to give a shout out right out the gate. Most of the information I'm getting from Tails channel, especially, you know, when the information drops at 4 a.m., they're the first, you know, to release this. So again, shout out to Tails channel, follow them, subscribe to them to get your Sonic news the same time you get mine, which is apparently at 4 a.m. So the information regarding the Sonic Movie 2 production comes from Paramount themselves and their in-house company called Red Energy Films. If you guys remember, which again, I covered it back then, back in April 2018, we had a company called Hedgehog Films Incorporated. They're the ones taking the helm for the production of the first movie, and this time around we have Red Energy Films taking the helm this time. It's essentially the same thing. They're both under Paramount, you know. I think this probably just is the same production team, just called something different. So yeah, this really is the same thing, nothing groundbreaking there. And this document was essentially filed to the British Columbia Film Commission just now. British Columbia is where the first movie took place in Canada. I believe Vancouver is where it was, where they filmed most of it. So it looks like they're gonna be doing the same thing. They're gonna be filming in the Vancouver area, or in the British Columbia area in Canada. So again, we assumed that, you know, for the most part, we're probably going to see more of the human world. So we're going to see that in this movie. It's pretty much confirmed now that we will see more of the human world, more of, you know, Tom's hometown again. So again, that's not really groundbreaking. We assumed that was going to be the case. It just depends on how much they're going to do in the human world. We still don't know yet, but again, I guess it's pretty much confirmed now. We will see more of the human world. Again, we should have already known this. But here's a little bit of interesting information. The code name for the Sonic Movie 2 is Emerald Hill. If you guys remember, the first movie's code name was Casino Night Zone. Both of these stages are from Sonic 2, the game. And again, I like the name. I like Emerald Hill. I've always been a fan of Emerald Hill more than Green Hill. So I don't hate the name at all. I like it. It's whatever. It's not really going to change anything. But I did find it a little weird that they are sticking with Sonic 2 names for the movies. You know, that I don't hate the idea. You would think for the first movie they would have chose a stage from like the first Sonic game, but all right, Emerald Hill. The first one was Casino Night, so we actually went back a few stages. It looks like the production is scheduled for this movie around the 15th of March through the 10th of May 2021, give or take, because again, we are living in very, very, very unprecedented times because of the real world situation going on in the world right now that I don't want to say because YouTube will strike this video. But essentially, because of the pandemic, things are definitely bound to change. You know, there's still, you know, flight restrictions between the US and Canada right now. So we don't know how that will affect the film and its production. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully all this stuff will be lifted by then. Hopefully this whole thing will have blown over by then, I hope. But, you know, we'll wait to see what happens, but that's what it's looking like. You know, around springtime, they will be starting filming. So in the document that was released for the Sonic Movie 2 production, they also had a rate sheet. Now, the rate sheet for every major, movie only shows a max amount of $20 million for the budget. So of course for this movie we saw that the budget is over $20 million, but we don't know anything more than that. We just know it is over $20 million. So yay, I guess, in a way. It really is not much information, but I think it's safe to say that the production of this movie will either be on par, if not more, than the first movie. I assume if they want to go into Sonic's world more, which I really hope they do, the budget for this movie is probably going to be a bit bigger. And considering how the first movie was really well received and how well it did in the box office, they probably will want to pump a little more money into it just to make it a bit more flashy, to get more people in the seats. And that's it. That's all we really know right now. If you guys have seen my movie, You know, if you guys have seen my videos on the production of Sonic Movie 2, you kind of know my wish list of sorts for this movie. You know, I would assume that they would want to go more in depth into Sonic's world this time around as they were in the human world for the first movie. And, you know, we'll see how it goes. I hope that's the case. I'm not saying I want the humans gone entirely, by the way. I liked the humans in the first movie. I liked Tom. I liked his wife. You know, I liked his wife's sister. I liked Crazy Carl. I liked the partner cop that Tom had. You know, I thought they were all great. So I don't want them to disappear. I hope we still see a bit more of the human world, but I also want to see the movie that rely more on Sonic's world to get more characters there. And we'll see how it goes. Of course, Jim Carrey, I want to see him to go absolutely bonkers as Dr. Eggman, you know, with the full mustache, maybe get him to wear a fat suit, which he suggested himself he would do, which is great. I'm so hyped for the production of this movie. You know, the first time around, it felt like the production team for the movie were a little scared to really dive deep into Sonic's world and to dive deep into Sonic's lore. They were kind of dipping their toe in the water to see if it's okay. And clearly by the feedback and the backlash they ended up getting, they realized relying more on the source material is the safe bet. So I really hope with this movie that they realize sticking close to the source material is probably the best way to go to get the most people happy and for most people to be, you know, interested in this movie. Sonic, the world of Sonic, especially the classic games, had a pretty dang great story, you know, especially regarding Sonic 3 and all that stuff. So I hope, you know, again, if you've seen my videos on my wish list, essentially, I want them to do that. And again, regarding the cast, I don't want the cast to change at all, especially for Tails. In fact, so there's been a little bit of debate regarding the cast of some characters, more specifically Tails. Now, I know Tails didn't have a major role in the first movie, so Tails was only resorted to an after credit scene in the first movie that was only like a couple seconds long. So they had Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the voice actor of Tails in the games, just voice Tails in the first movie. And there's been a bit of conversation that if Tails has a more major role in the second movie, they will probably replace the voice actor with a more major celebrity to get more people in the seats. But I really hope they don't take that route. I hope they let Colleen voice Tails again. Colleen is super talented. She's super great at voicing the character. When I think of her voice, I think of Tails. I think, you know, their history is just so intertwined. I really like Tails as a voice actor. And I also wanted to show you guys this, but shout out to Colleen who sent me this. This is a signed poster of Tails from the movie, and it says, "Hello, procrastinators." So honestly, Colleen's super great. She's awesome. She's a great person in the community. She's a great person to voice Tails. I think if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Paramount, people making Sonic Movie 2, please keep Colleen O'Shaughnessy as the voice actor for Tails. I think people will like it, especially the fans, and I think she really deserves it. And that's all the information we have right now regarding this news. It wasn't too long of a video, I understand, but whenever we get new information about this movie, I want to talk about it just like I did with the first movie. The hype, the lead up to the first movie was interesting to say the least, but for the most part, it was fun, especially when they announced the redesign and all that stuff. It was a roller coaster, and it was such a great, you know, wrap up. It was something I will never forget. You know, seeing the movie with my friends, all that stuff, after the long hype, the roller coaster rides we had of emotions and how the production will go. I enjoyed it for the most part, and I cannot wait to do it again for Sonic Movie 2. I hope things go well. Again, you know, to all those at Paramount, all those working on this movie, you know, hat tip to you guys. I don't have a hat, but imagine it. Hat tip to you guys. You know, you guys are creating something that's really good for the brand. As a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, I absolutely love the series, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the hard work that you guys do for us. So thanks again for watching this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys want to see more videos like this and stay up to date to when I make more videos regarding Sonic Movie 2 or when I go live and stuff like that. Thanks to all my supporters. Thanks to everyone that donates, hits the join button, which is only 99 cents. You know, everything. You guys are great. Thank you guys so much. This is Sam signing out. See you later, procrastinator.